Hey guys, welcome to You Cook So Gay. I'm John.
I'm Darius.
And today we're going to show you how we do a cheesecake. And this is actually for our friend Stephanie out in San Diego because she was asking this morning. We had a beautiful hour-and-a-half long FaceTime call with our friend Jill too from high school. And she was asking about what to make for Thanksgiving. And this is kind of, it's an amazing fall taste because of the spiced wafers, but also it's pretty easy. So we have out 6 eggs. They're pressed with their room temperature. And then we have 4 blocks of Philadelphia cream cheese that are also at room temperature. We're going to start by making the crust with the spiced wafers. And it's pretty easy. You need a cup and a half of, like I said, instead of using graham crackers, we prefer this when we make it. So we're going to grind these up. Good. So I'm going to measure it and then we're going to put it back in here. And this is our new KitchenAid because the other one died. So I'm not sure really how it works yet. Let's take a look and see. So that looks like 2 cups. So it's a little too much. 1.5 cups. We're going to put that back in the blender with our little blender thing. I think that's on. 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 5 tablespoons of butter. We're going to mix this up real good. And I have my oven preheating to 375 because we're going to partially bake the crust. Going to scrape the butter off the sides. Make sure it's all wet and the butter is incorporated. And then we're going to take this and put it in a 9-inch springform pan that I've lined with 3 sheets of foil because this is going to go in bain-marie, which is a water bath. So we're going to put in our delicious Ivan's or Sweetzel's spiced wafer crust. Now some people push it up the wall a little bit. I just do a little bit of that. I don't do the whole wall because it's a pain in the butt. So you're going to pack it down. And then I'm going to put a little well. And Stephanie, don't be afraid. You make this, everyone's going to go bananas over it. So now I'm going to push it up against the wall a little bit to bring it up.
I know some people use lady fingers and they'll align it around the sides.
Yeah, people use all different kinds of stuff. We got this at a restaurant in Philly here, about 30 years ago called Madison. I went with some friends and it just blew my mind with the spiced wafers. And I only really make a cheesecake this time of year. So we're going to put this in the preheated oven at 375 for 10 minutes. And then we'll come back and show you how to make the filling. And we'll show you how to bake it.
All right, sounds good. Bye.
All right, so we're back. And our crust is finished. It's baked for 10 minutes at 375. Now we're going to go on to the mixture. I have a pot of boiling water here because we're going to put it in here and create a bain-marie. So in the mixer, I have the 4 blocks of cream cheese that are at room temperature. So I'm going to start beating those on low. Adding 2 cups of sugar. To the 2 cups of sugar, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of flour. So it doesn't like blow up my face. Four teaspoons of vanilla. We have zest from 1 lemon. We'll pop that in there. This is super easy, Stephanie. All the lemon zest. The juice from said lemon. Oops. Mix that up real good. I'm going to scrape down the sides a little bit. Quarter teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to add 1 egg at a time. But what I'm going to do is crack them into a dish. That way we don't get the shells in our cheesecake. You add the eggs 1 at a time until they're thoroughly mixed. Again, these are at room temperature. Room temperature eggs work the best. Actually, for any baking, room temperature eggs, room temperature butter. So by the time I crack in and mix the 1 egg, it's time for the next one. But you want to make sure each egg is done separately. I've done it where I've dumped them all in, and for some reason it comes out like garbage. So for whatever reason it works. So that's 6 eggs. And then lastly, a 1/2 cup of sour cream. All 1/2 cup out. Give that a mix. Now, we also lowered our temperature of the oven to 325 from 375. So this looks good. I'm going to scrape down the paddle. You want to make sure it's really well mixed and there's no lumps of cream cheese in it, because then it won't be so velvety and delicious and you won't impress your friends. All right, so I'm going to put the hot water just 1 inch up the side. You don't want to get it in the crust and with the crust. That's about 1 inch. And then I'm going to add the filling. There's a big lump. Thank God it didn't get in there. No lump. We're going to stick this in the oven and we're going to bake it. I don't know for how long because I have to look at my notes, but we'll tell you when we come back and show you the finished product.
Oh, that
so
looks good. Yep.
We'll be back in a little bit. Oh, put it in the center rack too. Don't look at my filthy oven. This is a cheap ass oven. Being careful not to get any water in any of the center of the oven. 325. See you in a little bit. All right, so it's been an hour and a half in the oven at 325, and then after that, I just turned off the oven and cracked the door like this and let it cool for another hour. Because when you let it cool in the oven slowly, you won't get a crack in the top of it. So as you can see, all the water evaporated out. We're going to continue to let it cool here, and then we'll take it out the pan and show you then.